Hi guys, I hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to this video that speaks about spiritual regression hypnosis. I'm just touching on here very quickly, wanted to answer a question for you that one of my clients actually asked me. And so you know that I make a couple of videos about spiritual regression hypnosis, and you can check them out. If you look under the playlist actually on my YouTube channel, you will see that there is a playlist that is just about spiritual regression hypnosis if you're interested in that. Or you can also visit my spiritual regression hypnosis profile. It's in the description below. But so I like to share everything that my clients sort of ask, because I'm pretty sure if somebody's asking it, then somebody else must be asking it as well. So I'm going to put a link down below for you for a video that sort of describes a lot of the questions that my clients ask me. But this one is one that I haven't had before, so I thought I'm going to share this one with you guys. Okay. So, sorry, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer, holistic wellness practitioner. I also have weekly readings for all zodiac signs coming out on my YouTube channel, if you're interested. So this client was asking me, do I, as the practitioner, and this was an online client, so I'm in South Africa and she was in the US. Actually, no, sorry, it was a guy. Still in the US, but it was a guy. So the gentleman was asking me, do I need to know what the answer is to his concern in order to have a successful hypnosis session? And I thought to myself, I never thought about that one before, because, in fact, the answer is no. The beautiful thing about, spiritual regression hypnosis, or just regression hypnosis really in general, is that, you kind of go from this front part of your mind, this very conscious part of your mind, you're crossing the gateway into the subconscious, because all the answers and all the solutions and everything that you're looking for is already there inside your subconscious mind. So the job of the facilitator really, is to help you to kind of go past that sort of gatekeeper, so to speak, to get to the subconscious mind, so you can say, okay, so these are the worries, these are the concerns, these are the questions, these are the fears, these are the sort of life experiences. What is it that is actually causing that? Because that is sort of the point behind the session, that, instead of trying to figure it out with your conscious mind, because when we try to often figure things out from a conscious mind, you are trying to get answers to things that you don't know from a space of not knowing, which means even if you get an answer or solution, it still comes with that energy of not knowing. Whereas with with regression hypnosis, what you do is we're going to the subconscious mind, no preconceived ideas, and you're leaving all your sort of expectations at the door, and I say, okay, I would please like to ask you a question. It's like sitting with a very wise sort of council round table of more mature, older life experience people that are very wise, and they are able to give you answers to your questions. So we go in there and you say, listen, I would like to have some answers to certain questions. Might you please be able to help me? And so it's about asking the questions and listening to the answers, allowing the answers to come to you. Now, obviously, the answers come to different people in different ways. Some people just have a feeling. Some people get sort of very clear, like visuals. And it's different for everyone, but the mind often communicates in pictures, like dreams, And I want to sort of set your mind at ease. There's a lot of people that say to me, listen, I can't really visualize. And if you feel that you really can't visualize, it's actually quite fine, because, if you can't see, like, so what can you hear? What can you smell? What can you sense? Maybe you just know. But generally what I find is that a lot of people, even though they say they're not very good at visualization, when you're in the beautiful receptive state of trance, because there's no expectation, you may be able to visualize more clearly than you ever imagined that it's possible. It's the same with people who say that they can't be hypnotized, but technically speaking, that's not really true. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. And I know it's a very bold statement to say, and other people are out there, it's like, whoa, 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 how? What are you talking about? But We go, and you will know that in my other videos I speak about that as well. And you can speak to almost anybody who does, you can speak to any sort of hypnosis practitioner, hypnotherapist, and they'll sort of tell you the same thing because it's a simple truth. We go into the state of trance naturally several times per day, in any case. It just happens involuntarily. It's a natural, normal thing to happen. And so and then you just kind of come out of it again, and you're not even aware of it. Sometimes when you sort of just like lose track of time, or you just sort of like when you make a cup of coffee and you're making coffee for yourself, you've been drinking coffee or tea or whatever it is in the same way for the same things a couple of years. You don't really put too much thought into it, but in fact you are in that state where you just sort of do. Okay, because I think a lot of the times when we trip ourselves up when it comes to hypnosis, because we think that we need to be able to relax, and you need to be able to calm down, and you need to be able to not be like sort of jittery or stuff like that, but you don't have to. Hypnosis is a simple thing. It really is. Hypnosis, like life, is a simple thing. We make it incredibly complicated. Now, I understand that back in the day, when you looked at stage hypnosis, it looked a bit scary, and it looked a bit woo-hoo. But there are really two ways to get into the subconscious mind, because the only thing that hypnosis really is, really, when you break it down to the basics, it is that you are able to say to the conscious mind, okay, Papa, you're going to take a little break now. You can just sit there, no worries, just be calm. Okay, and then you go into the subconscious mind and you ask it some questions and you get in the response. That's it. That is it. All right. Your mind already knows how to communicate with you, because everybody knows how to think, everybody knows how to imagine, everybody knows how to plan in their mind, and that's all that you require. Okay. So when you, for example, look at something like stage hypnosis, long before you get into the hall, the person who's standing on the stage who's doing the hypnosis with you, that is more like the final step of everything. There would normally be like a winding sort of way of walking in. There would be some sort of typically some sort of hold up. The doors can't open, or there will be a problem with the lights, or the different people react to different cues differently because your brain is different. Okay, so in the instance of stage hypnosis, for example, generally the setup would be that you will be presented with a whole lot of different stuff to sort of overwhelm the mind, and the mind taps up. And interestingly enough, it's if you've got a very busy mind that will actually work on you. Okay, so the Geminis and the Scorpios and the Aquarius and the Cancerians, like me, the ones who like to look at a lot of stuff, they pay attention to a lot of things without even realizing that sometimes, and obviously also depending on your life path number, but that's a whole different story. That's with numerology, which is my other passion. But so by the time you get onto the stage as the practitioner, you can already see the people that are semi in trance, and they just do need to do a little bit for you to to kind of get to the final step. Obviously, with more like sort of the more therapeutic approach that I take, and that probably most of my colleagues take and most of my friends take, and it's a more gentle sort of approach. But that doesn't change the fact that the reason that anybody can really be placed into trance. And the reason for that is there's many different ways of getting people in trance. But technically speaking, when you break everything down, you will either overwhelm the mind, like in the case of the stage hypnotist or the street hypnotist, or somebody suddenly gives you like a sudden, like a shock if you walk down the road. And please, 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 I'm begging you from the depth of my heart, just because I'm letting you know this, please do not try these things. These are very irresponsible if you are not, properly trained how to do it. But the ones that, like, it used to be quite in the olden days, that somebody give you like a massive shock in the road. And because in that split second you don't know what, your mind hasn't decided how to deal with the situation, you go like a boom, sleep. So your mind immediately listens to it. Okay? So technically speaking, you're either going to overwhelm the mind or you're going to bore the mind. And so it's going to tap out either way. It's going to be like, I'm out of here. Okay? And, but I want to let you know that the process is safe. Nobody can really try and make you do anything that goes against your morals and your values and your beliefs. And I mean, back in the days of like, the Cold Wars and the Second World Wars. And I mean, people really tried. They sleep deprived people, they drug people, they traumatize them. Your mind is still going to run the show. So nobody can really make you do anything that you don't want to do that goes against your morals. And I think something that is really a big sort of relief for a lot of people sometimes is that if anything really goes against your morals so strongly, if the body gets too tired, or if there's any sort of imminent danger, you will become fully present without the practitioner needing to tell you to do so. You'll just become present, okay? Because your mind will say, poof, it's time to wake up. All right. The other funny thing that I sometimes say to people that I discuss in some of my other videos is that you can still operate in human form, You can actually get up, you can go to the bathroom, you can use the bathroom, you can wash your hands, you can come back again, you can continue the session. And if you are trained in trance work, then, I mean, I will look at a person and be like, oh, that person's very deep in trance, whereas somebody else won't even notice it because your eyes are open, you may have a conversation. Because the misconception sometimes about hypnosis is in order for it to be powerful, you need to be able to go into this very deep state of trance. You need to be able to be gone like a light, where in fact, very few people have that gone like a light sort of experience. Many people, you can be very much like you're having a daydream or sort of like somewhere in between. And in fact, there was this one guy called Milton Erickson, which is also a sort of hypnosis technique that I find very, very interesting. And it's something that I apply for somebody who's got a very busy mind. I can't calm down. I can't relax. I can't meditate. No worries, I got your back. Okay? But, and Milton Erickson did a lot of work and a lot of success in what you would call wakeful hypnosis. Because hypnosis is about programming the mind. Okay? And in life, you always have one of two choices. And you will hear me speak about it a lot, when I go live on like Facebook or Instagram, or you look at my weekly tarot readings, that you've got one of two options. You can either consciously take sort of control and responsibility for the direction your life is going. So you take conscious responsibility for your own personal energy, for the direction of your life, for the direction of your thoughts. You can either do that consciously, or you can by default absorb everything everybody else is bombarding towards you. Because when you just take everything that is bombarded towards you, not all of those things are always gonna sort of be your thing. But if you can't distinguish between whether something is your thing or not, you can absorb energy patterns and beliefs about life and about yourself that is not really you. But if you don't know that, then you will absorb things by default. Okay? It's the same thing with the media. It's the same thing with advertising. You can end up buying things that you never really needed. There's, for example, where something like hoarding can sometimes come in. You're buying things that you don't need, you're keeping things that you don't need, and you don't even know why you're doing it. And then at the back, there's an influence actually there that's getting that. So just coming back and finishing off with the question that my client asked me, I don't need to know the answer to your concerns because everybody's a unique individual. And for me, this is the beautiful, fantastic difference between, giving you a tarot reading or channeling and actually having a hypnosis session. Now, a lot of people decide to come for a tarot reading first or just NLP life coaching, which is fine because it's not so like, woo-hoo out there. But then remember, I give you the information, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the personal readings I do and the sessions I do, they are fantastic. I mean, I'm definitely not even going to sell myself short in that way. I am an incredible tarot reader. I am incredible. But at the end of the day, the information that I'm giving you is still coming through my filters, through my words, my mouth, and it's accepted by you through your filters. Okay? But when you are in that receptive state of trance, when your mind speaks to you, there is no way that you can misunderstand it. And maybe also just a quick one. A lot of times people ask me, so how many sessions do I need to have? You just need one. You need one session. Sometimes a follow-up, but you can do such amazing work in one session, and let's say, for example, your trouble is with like confidence and money and those type of things. we work on that session in that. And then sometimes when you come back, maybe 6 months again later or a year later, then you've kind of worked on those things. But now you're ready for different things. Now you're ready to start a business. Now you're ready to get married. Now you're ready to move overseas, start a shipping company, whatever. Different sort of energy. Okay. So I look forward to you reaching out. I've got a beautiful breakdown of everything that I sent you via email if you would be interested in that. And it's non-committal. Never feel that if you reach out to me, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to send you 2 newsletters every single day like, hey, person XYZ, you showed interest in hypnosis. Would you like to change your life? Would you like to transform your life? Transform your life today. Change your life today. Because that is a different energy. To me, that is actually playing on other people's vulnerabilities. With me, you will always have the choice. Whether you want to come to me, I can send you the information, you can go to somebody else. It's entirely up to you. Okay? So, honor, love, and respect. Namaste. Love and light.